wanna go get some lunch? Yeah. Wow. And answer some questions? Like, why are you so freaking cute? Oh, hi. Woo. Not kicking. What? What? Ooh. Jay, where'd you going? Can we ask you some questions?
What do you think?
Alright.
What do you do for a living?
So we are both professional artists. We mostly do custom portraits for people. We do a lot of stuff like horses, dogs, cats.
Yeah, mostly people's pets, people themselves, anything custom. We've been doing that now for 5 years.
Yep. Yeah, we actually met at an art store. And so we were both artists, and so it just kind of made sense. I'd always wanted to do art professionally.
When we started out, were we embarrassed to tell people what we do? No, actually been excited for the opportunity.
It was kind of fun. We wanted to do it for a while. We wanted to start doing it more full time. So yeah, we
It'll be fun if the art channel gets going. We'll start filming more of our artwork, and you'll be able to see a lot more of it.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing
Maybe
it.
you can do some portraits of little Aubrey.
Yes, that's in the works.
What do our neighbors think of Aubrey?
So we were doing a yard sale out in the front of our house, and I think it was this was last summer. So she was only a couple months old, and that's the only time that we really get to meet our neighbors. We have really friendly neighbors, but they don't really come out and socialize except for when you're walking around or if you're doing yard sales. And I had Aubrey hang out with me because I had a feeder, and there's a couple of old ladies that all live around us, and they just had a total trip over her. They thought she was super cute and super friendly. So, but yeah, unfortunately, we don't get to really talk with too much of our neighbors. We just kind of live in that area where people keep to themselves.
Good city, Best advice for new moms. I'll let you answer that one.
So best advice, I guess, for new moms and even new parents, I'd say be adaptive because the phases that kids and that babies go through changes constantly, and that can be a good thing and that can be a sad thing at the same time. So just learn to be adaptive, learn to just kind of go with the flow, and if you just love on your kids and you care about your kids, then just don't stress about how to raise them because it just kind of comes together.
Daily routine, how do we manage our work life? Get up very early.
Yes.
I get up early, about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and
Yeah, he's a morning bird.
try to get a few hours of artwork in prior to the kids waking up.
Okay, so Ethan wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's just his new little phase that he's doing lately. He used to sleep the same length of time that his sisters do. But yeah, he likes to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So John will hang out with Ethan, get him some food, breakfast, all that. I'll start to get ready myself because I have to take a shower every single morning. That's just my cup of coffee in the morning. And then I get all three of the other kids dressed and ready to go for the day. I feed all the kids, all that
We
stuff.
both shower every morning. I just do it later.
Okay, you're done.
Just want to clarify.
So after the kids are fed and ready to go, they leave at 7:45. John takes them to daycare, and I hang out with Aubrey at the house. And then typically in the morning, we like to do like either shopping, like grocery shopping, or we like to do like just house care or paperwork for our art business or YouTube business. And then when this little girl right here goes down for her nap at 12 o'clock, she typically takes a 2.5 or 3 hour nap. And that's when we'll get another chunk of time. Now he likes to work early in the morning. I am a nighttime person, so I get my what I call another shift in for artwork in the evenings, and I like to work from about 7:30 to 10 o'clock, 7:30 to 10:30, about that time. We typically like to do artwork when the kids are either napping or they're still asleep because it's easier to concentrate. The question is, does Aubrey ever cry? And the answer is yes. She is a baby, so she does cry. But most of the time she only cries if she's like super hungry, or like right when I put her in the area that I'm going to feed her at, she'll fuss a little bit. Also, if she's like extra tired and I'm supposed to be putting her down for her nap or something like that, she'll fuss a little bit. But in general, like when she's reacting to things, her siblings, the animals, people, new situations, she normally does not cry. She's actually a pretty good baby.
Pretty decent about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to
the other two,
Well, Alexa was pretty good. She's been pretty decent.
Yeah.
She's kind of hitting the bratty phase here and there.
Yeah.
Now currently, but,
Yeah.
but up to that point, she's been actually pretty good. Ethan, completely opposite, cries all the time
Oh yeah.
about everything.
Yeah. He's getting a little bit better. About around 11 months old, he
Kinda
started to just. You put him in the high chair, he'd cry. You try to take him to the dentist, the hairstylist, he'd cry.
You can't take him to either one.
Yeah. She doesn't really cry, and I think she actually finds it funny when her siblings cry.
Yeah,
Like
she'll
right
laugh
now,
at 'em.
yeah, she laughs at them. She doesn't know that they're like in trouble or in pain or something like that. But yeah, she's just constantly
Right
laughing
now,
these days.
How did you get our pets? Our Siberian Husky bedroom cabin, and the landlady lived like almost right next to us, and she did not want pets at all. And Darcy knew this, and she called me and said, "Hey, I think the landlord would let us have a puppy." And I said, "No, absolutely not." And she said, "Well, ask her how much she wants, because I'm driving home with him right now." So that was
I didn't give you a choice.
No.
Him and I
no.
both are really big dog fans, animal fans, and especially both of us like Siberian Huskies. They're a really beautiful breed.
Mhm.
And so as soon as I saw one at a breeder's, and for a pretty good price, he was only like
Yeah,
$500.
He was $600, but they gave you a sell
Yeah, they gave me
for
$100
$100 off.
And he had his brother there too. I wish I could have
Mhm.
got both of them, but
As soon as we got home, about 3 days later, we noticed he wasn't acting right, and we didn't realize we had bought him in with parvo.
yep, he had part of them.
Unfortunately, and so we ended up actually buying a horse almost. By the time we ended up paying for all the medical bills, it was probably $5,000-6,000 just to bring him all the way back to health. But
He was worth it.
he was worth it.
He was our first child.
Once you're in for a 10 year and all the way.
And how long we'd only been dating for what, like
We were within our first year.
almost a year by the time that we got him. I think it was like 8 months into our relationship that we got him. So John, being the animal lover that he is, especially a cat lover, had to go get a cat to be paired with the dog because it's easier to have kittens and puppies than like an adult dog and a kitten or something. And then that first cat is Sasha. She's the gray and
White
black
Sox.
Maine
She's
Coon. White Sox. Yeah, a really pretty girl that we have. So they're a month apart as far as age. And then we got Simba, our fat tabby cat.
He wasn't fat when he got.
No, he was a very tiny.
Tripped to Phoenix for 10 days and left the bowl of food out. And
Someone
came
was
back-
supposed to be watching him.
He came back and looked like he was pregnant.
Yeah, she called us and she's like, "Your cat's pregnant." I was like, "That's not possible. It's a male cat." Yeah. she left the food out and I think she overfed him, but yeah, we love little dude. So we got him, I think, right before we started to try to have kids. And my fond memory was when he was a kitten, right around the time that we had that miscarriage. I remember he used to come up and snuggle on the bed with me too, so they're fond memories. And then Siam, our youngest, which is the little black cat that follows the camera everywhere, we got him shortly after we had Alexa. He's a cute little cat. He's really good with the kids. He's actually the kids' cat, basically.
Yeah, I actually got him as a garage cat, a spot for 4 vehicles separate from the house. Anyway, we got him originally for that, but he never left the house once she got him home. She fell in love with him right away, and now that's.
There was so many cute pictures of him as a baby when he was like sitting on my artboard, and I'd be trying to do some client work, and he'd just come up and snuggle. And to this day, he still does it. If you have a lap that is open, he will come sit on it.
How has life been with 3 kids?
A lot of work, but really rewarding at the same time.
I don't regret one bit of it. It's been awesome the whole way through. Definitely a lot of work.
And that leads into the other question about did we decide to have them all in close in age, and did we like having them all in close in age?
I do. We just thought it would be a good idea for these siblings to have a good bond going into the future, and we figured the closer in age, the better chance of that happening.
Well, we came across this conclusion kind of by accident because we wanted to have several kids. Alexa and the previous pregnancy, like we said in our birth story, were planned pregnancies. But then when we had Ethan by accident and we saw the relationship growing between her and her brother, we just absolutely loved that. So we wanted to do that again, and that's why we had Aubrey so close in age.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot more work. Someone was asking, is like, there's a lot more work, but does their closeness as far as getting along outweigh that work? And yes, it does.
Oh yeah. Sending gifts to Aubrey. So we'll get a P.O. box. Just for safety reasons, we don't want to give out our physical address. So we'll get a P.O. box together. I'll work on that here in January.
How did we meet, and how long have we been together?
I had actually applied at an art store to take her job.
Yep.
She was leaving for school, and they were training me for her position. She ended up never leaving. We fell in love, and
it was pretty quick. It was like maybe a couple weeks into you working there.
Within first 2 weeks or so.
Yep.
We started talking and showed a strong interest.
Yeah. As far as how long we've been together a little over six and a half years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 6.5 years now.
Any other questions, answers? We'll do this again a few different times. So if we didn't get around to your question, just post it again on the next questionnaire, and we'll get around to answering it.
You have massive tree. See, that ornament's bigger than you are. Hi. What are you doing? Oh, is that pretty? What up,
Oh.
You saved yourself. Yeah, you did.
Hi.
I'm going to see, guys.